Your residential pool gets 80% success on Shopee SG, a mobile carrier pool gets 95% plus. That gap 15 percentage points compounds across millions of requests per month into a noticeably cleaner dataset and a noticeably smaller proxy bill. E-commerce price intelligence is monitoring competitor prices, stock levels, promotions, and assortment across marketplaces and brand sites at high frequency. In 2026, the work is harder than it was 3 years ago. Anti-bot detection sold aggressively, especially on Amazon, Shopee, Lazada, Tokopedia, JD, Mercado Libre. Mobile proxies have become the operational baseline for high-volume pipelines because their detection profile beats residential and ISP IPs on the platforms that matter most. 3 things ahead, the 5 concerns a working pipeline handles, the 5 anti-bot layers and which ones mobile proxies actually fix, and a working Shopee SG scraper with rotation and S3 archival, POM, persist and body. What price intelligence requires, 5 things repeatedly at scale, product discovery, maintain a current catalog of competitor SKUs across categories with mapping back to your own SKUs, price scraping, collect current price, list price, sale price, promotion details at intervals from hourly to weekly, stock and availability tracking, detect stockouts, low stock warnings, shipping windows, restocking patterns, promotion and bundle detection, flash sales, BOGO offers, percentage discounts, voucher stacks, free shipping thresholds, assortment monitoring, new product launches, discontinuations, category expansions. Each requires hundreds to millions of HTTP requests per day depending on category breadth. Each request is to a marketplace whose anti-bot stack is sophisticated. Detection failures lead to blocked IPs, capture walls, or stale data. The IP infrastructure choice determines which cup for why mobile beats residential on Shopee and Lazada. Data center, low to medium success, often blocked, very low cost, fits internal QA. Residential, medium to high success, medium to high cost per gigabyte, fits most public marketplace scraping. ISP static, medium to high sticky sessions, fits sticky workloads. Dedicated mobile, high success, per port flat fee, fits logged-in scraping and mobile-first marketplaces. For Singapore marketplaces where mobile-first apps dominate consumer behavior, mobile proxies meaningfully outperform residential because the anti-bot fingerprints expect mobile carrier ASN traffic. The Shopee app, the Lazada app, the Carousel app, those are mobile-first products. Their bot detection is calibrated for mobile carrier patterns. Hitting them from a residential desktop pool is fighting the wrong fingerprint. On see the 5 anti-bot layers, 5 layers. IP reputation data center score down at first request, residential pass unless flagged, mobile share CG with thousands of real users and are very hard to block list without collateral damage. Mitigation, use mobile or residential. TLS and HTTP fingerprinting, Python's default request library has distinctive TLS fingerprints, JA3 hashes that differ from real browsers. Some marketplaces blocklist non-browser TLS. Mitigation, use curl CFI or TLS client libraries that mimic browser TLS or use a real browser via Playwright. Behavioral analysis, rapid sequential requests, no mouse movement, no scrolls, no realistic dwell times. Mitigation, pace requests, randomized timing, add realistic browsing patterns. Cookie and session state, many marketplaces require a warm session before serving full product data. Hold requests get partial data. Mitigation, maintain session state per IP, warm up before scraping, off request. Device fingerprinting, canvas, WebGL, font list, screen resolution, hardware concurrency, visible only to JS execution. Mitigation, real browser with anti-detect features. Mobile proxies address layer 1. Layers 2 through 5 require additional engineering. All a working scraper. Here's the pattern. This is the rough shape. Production code adds retry queues, circuit breakers per host, response deduplication, parser version tracking, and observability hooks. Rotation patterns. 3 patterns. Fixed interval rotation. Rotate every n minutes regardless of activity. Simple. Predictable. Wastes some IP freshness but works for high volume scraping. Bad status rotation, rotate on 429, 403, or capture. Preserves IP freshness, requires good circuit breaker logic. Session-aware rotation, rotate at the boundary between scraping sessions. Fits workloads needing short-lived stable sessions. For suffice. For Shopee SG and Lazada SG, fixed interval rotation every 15 to 30 minutes works well combined with bad status as fallback. For Carousel, longer intervals 1 to 2 hours because the platform is less aggressive on rate limiting. Volume-edited important dia, očudom prosty stapia stagnos opiskan because mystery nesnika peridum. The storage and rescrapability, anti-bot signatures change, marketplaces redesign category pages, your parsers will fail occasionally. When they do, you want to reparse historical responses without rescraping, which costs proxy bandwidth and risk rate limits. Store responses in S3 or GCS with content address paths and metadata indexing. A typical schema, year, month, day, hour folders by marketplace, then schoolhash.html.gz. Plus a Parquet index per day with view marketplace fetch timestamp content hash status code. The Parquet lets you query historical fetches without listing object storage. 3-zip HTML keeps storage costs modest through Singapore-specific tactics. Scraping Shopee SG, Lazada SG, and Carousel from a Singapore mobile carrier IP gives you a meaningfully different experience than from residential or data center. The marketplace serves Singapore localized listings, prices in SGD, shipping options to Singapore addresses, Singapore-specific promotions. The JS bundles include market features. The anti-bot scoring is calibrated to expect mobile carrier traffic from local users. Practical impact. A single SMP port scraping Shopee SG, Lazada SG, and Carousel at moderate frequency typically delivers 90 to 95% success without aggressive capture walls. The same volume from a residential pool typically delivers 75 to 85%. The difference compounds across millions of requests. Då harummet defender är väldigt en pastor chance. Singapore the mobile proxy gives you dedicated Singtel, Starhawk, or M1 modems with real Singapore mobile IPs, instant rotation, both HTTP and SOX5, 2-hour free trial, no card required. Point your scraper at Shopee SG, Lazada SG, or Carousel. Run for 2 hours. Verify the success rate against your existing residential or data center pipeline. Use code YT30 for 30% off your first paid month. Next video applies the same stack to job boards. Indeed, LinkedIn Jobs, JobStreet, My Career's Future. Subscribe.